Bienvenidos para lo que es nosotros un partido histórico entre Puerto Rico y Estados Unidos. Quiero presentar al presidente de la Federación Puertorriqueña de Fútbol, Eric Labrador, Emmanuel de Andrea. Everybody welcome to what for us is a historic match between the United States and Puerto Rico. I want to briefly introduce the president of the Puerto Rico Soccer Federation, Eric Labrador, as well as our head coach, Jack Stefanowski, and our team captain, Emmanuel de Andrea. As it was just mentioned a little while ago, we're going to go first with Team Puerto Rico. Coach Klinsman was very kind in allowing the entire stage for us, and then he will proceed afterwards. Un recordatorio de lo que dijo el compañero Luis Santiago, que primero vamos a ir con el equipo de Puerto Rico y después vamos a dar la bienvenida al director técnico de la selección de Estados Unidos, Jürgen Klinsmann. Le paso ahorita la palabra al presidente de la Federación Puertorriqueña de Fútbol, Eric Labrador, para que nos pueda dar una pequeña introducción.
Bueno, muy buenos días a todos, muy buenos días a todas. Bienvenidos a esta conferencia de prensa como antesala al partido entre Puerto Rico y los Estados Unidos. Welcome to everyone in this press conference, in this friendly game between the national team of Puerto Rico and the national team of USA. En el día de mañana, como dijo Ignacio, para nosotros es un profundo placer poder compartir y poder tener este partido aquí en Puerto Rico entre nuestra selección, la selección de Puerto Rico y la selección de los Estados Unidos. Si nosotros miramos hacia atrás, en estos últimos 3 años hemos tenido la oportunidad de medirnos a el seleccionado equipo campeón de España, al equipo de Canadá, al New York City FC y ahora a la selección de los Estados Unidos. Y eso pues sigue abriendo las puertas para el fútbol puertorriqueño. Yo quiero dejar con ustedes a Jack Stefanowski, nuestro director técnico, conjuntamente con nuestro capitán de la selección nacional, Emmanuel de Andrea, para que den detalles sobre el partido de mañana. Adelante, Jack.
Bienvenido, gracias Eric Labrador. No, que todos dicen, es un momento histórico, el evento es grande, pero para nosotros, el cuerpo técnico y para los jugadores, es una oportunidad para progresión para el siguiente nivel. So it's a historic moment for Puerto Rico, not only the team and the federation, but also a country, to be able to play a team like the US, someone that's a World Cup contender consistently. So as a staff and as players for us, what does it mean? It gives us a chance to go to the next level and experience football at a very high standard. I'll present to you now Captain Emmanuel de Andrea. So ahora presentar el capitán del equipo, Emmanuel de Andrea.
Hola a todos, buenas tardes. Yo como la voz del equipo de Puerto Rico quiero decirles que para nosotros es un partido muy importante, muy bonito y es bonito porque vamos a tener la afición apoyándonos, vamos a ver el profesionalismo, la belleza del fútbol y claro, siendo un partido histórico pues queremos darlo todo, queremos sudarnos a esta bandera que es muy bonito también y queremos matarnos en ese campo, como diríamos nosotros. Espero que demos como conjunto lo máximo y que sea lo mejor para cada equipo.
Les quiero hacer acuerdo a los compañeros que tenemos una zona mixta a las 4:45, entonces vamos a tomar unas breves preguntas y después la bienvenida al profesor Klinsmann para después ir a la cancha para que puedan coger lo que necesiten de los jugadores. Just real quick, a quick reminder, we're going to do a mixed zone 4:45, so we're going to keep it brief, a couple quick questions, and then we're going to go ahead to the mixed zone outside. Vamos a tomar la primera pregunta.
¿Lo digo en español inglés?
Español.
Okay. El trabajo de Jack es temporero, es interino, hasta la próxima ronda de la Copa del Caribe. ¿Ya la federación ha contemplado quién va a tomar las riendas permanentemente o todavía está en proceso? La entrada de Markovic, ¿hay algún indicio de que tal vez Markovic se va a quedar con el proceso después de que salga Jack, o si Jack se va a quedar?
Sí, mira, nosotros obviamente ante la salida de nuestro director técnico a principios de este año, pues nosotros hablamos con Jack y hablamos con el cuerpo técnico y estamos trabajando lo que son todos los eventos y los compromisos que nosotros tenemos en estos momentos, que incluyen la segunda ronda de la Copa del Caribe, y obviamente en parte también lo que es la 20, que es ahora próximamente en el mes de diciembre, en el mes de junio, perdón. Nosotros ya la Comisión de Selecciones Nacionales está trabajando con eso, y próximamente nosotros vamos a estar anunciando cuál va a ser ya para el futuro, porque ya estos compromisos, o sea, luego si pasamos la Copa, o sea, vamos a pasar la segunda ronda, pues entonces ya hay el próximo compromiso es en octubre, noviembre, allá en octubre, y nosotros vamos a estar trabajando con eso. Mientras tanto, estamos enfocados en lo que son nuestra segunda ronda y la participación con la sub-20. ¿Alguna otra pregunta? En el caso de César es un invitado de Jack que ha querido venir a compartir unas cosas. En este caso, pues él se ha ofrecido a ayudarle a Jack, y entonces nosotros no hemos tenido ningún reparo con que él esté cooperando con Jack y con nosotros en esta tarea. No tenemos nada.
So, translation for our English compatriots. So the question was directed in regard to Jack Stefanowski's interim head coach status and the arrival of head scout Cesar Markovic. The question was posed to Mr. President if they've given any thought to who will be the permanent head coach for the Puerto Rico national team. As the President mentioned, we have not only this competition coming up, we have Caribbean Cup at the beginning of the month, and we have under-20s playing in around June 15. So we're focused really what's in front of us. And in regards to Coach Markovic, he was a special guest, from Coach Stefanowski. He's volunteering his time to be the head scout for us, and that's something that Coach Jack is positioned for and has worked rather well.
Y yo tengo que aclarar, en este momento que yo tengo que agradecer aquí, aprovechar esta oportunidad para agradecer públicamente a Jack Stefanowski. Jack Stefanowski está contratado en el staff técnico del Puerto Rico FC, y tanto el Puerto Rico FC como Jack han aceptado ayudarnos en este tiempo. O sea que Jack tiene su contrato y su compromiso con el Puerto Rico FC y ha aceptado ayudarnos en este momento ante la salida del coach Avediciano, Carlos Avediciano, y tengo que agradecer ese punto y ese gesto de Jack en estos momentos.
Also, taking advantage of this opportunity, President Labrador would like to thank Jack Stefanowski as he is part of the technical staff for Puerto Rico FC, and also take advantage of this opportunity and thank Puerto Rico FC for being so accommodating for us and letting us work with Jack, especially leading our national team programs.
¿Alguna otra pregunta?
Mi pregunta es para el señor presidente. ¿Qué tan difícil se pudo concretar el juego contra Estados Unidos teniendo la polémica de todo el virus del Zika?
Bueno, eso se divide en dos partes, esa pregunta. La primera parte no fue difícil. Nosotros tuvimos una comunicación con el señor Tom King del US Soccer Federation, y ellos estuvimos hablando. También hablé con el presidente Gulati en las diferentes reuniones que nosotros tenemos de la CONCACAF y de la FIFA, y se pudo materializar este evento. El issue del Zika vino después, obviamente, con por la retirada de los eventos de estos de grandes ligas, pero nosotros en todo momento, y quiero aprovechar esa pregunta también para decirles que nosotros en todo momento, ellos han estado en comunicación con nosotros los pusimos a ellos en comunicación con las autoridades de salud de aquí de Bayamón, el doctor Santiago, la doctora Bear, el doctor Alicea, han estado en comunicación con la gerencia de la Federación de los Estados Unidos, explicándoles todos los protocolos y demás. También se le garantizó de que aquí en el estadio se han tomado todas las medidas necesarias, aunque esto del Zika se ha salido de proporción a nivel internacional. Se tomaron las previsiones. Aquí se ha estado, ayer se fumigó totalmente, se fumigaron los camerinos, se fumigaron todos los pasillos, se fumigaron por debajo, arriba en la grada se fumigó por debajo de las sillas, y también se hizo una fumigación alrededor de esto. O sea que se han tomado todas las medidas, se le han hablado de los protocolos que hay. Realmente esto es una emergencia que simplemente está señalada para los como tal para mujeres embarazadas, y no hay los casos en Puerto Rico tan ¿cómo le digo yo? La proporción no es tan grande como la hay en otros sitios. Hay algunos casos de Zika, pero realmente esto sí ha salido de proporción. Ellos aceptaron eso y están aquí jugando. Nosotros hemos tomado la medida, el municipio ha sido muy diligente en eso, también en comunicación con ellos, poderle dar toda la información con relación a lo que está pasando.
Perdón.
I got it.
You're good?
You got it? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Grant.
Thank you. Última pregunta. I got a question for Coach Jack. Winning and losing aside, what are you looking to see in this group? You already saw in the group that lost in the last game. In preparation for the Caribbean Cup, what are you looking for to see in this group, in the two new members that you included in this new list?
So we evaluated the first round. We felt like we need to upgrade certain positions. And we felt we went out and we got some players. So you see from the list, there's a lot of new faces. The biggest thing we're looking for when we go into the U.S. is to go out and have a good performance. So we all know quality and experience. Yeah, the U.S. have more of it than we do. So we have to be realistic. And to come together as a team, to see how long, we can stay disciplined and play together as a team, so that can be the challenge going into this game. Once we're done with that game, then we can evaluate. So for us, it's a great opportunity once we get into the second round. Preparation game, for Grenada and Antigua. So, you'll see we have a lot of young players on the team. So when you look at Matt Sanchez, 21-year-old keeper, valuable minutes for his career. Same thing for Amadé Andrea, he's our captain. Again, he's only 21 years old as well. So, big picture, you hope that this is start of something big, something that can be consistent and can be built over time. So that's how I would sum it up. Just a good performance, go out and play well. Just as simple as that.
Muchísimas gracias a todos. Como le dijimos, vamos con la tanda del cuerpo técnico de Estados Unidos. Por favor, estén pendientes, y después vamos con zona mixta. Gracias.
Lay the shotgun.
We're going to start with questions. I'm going to go ahead and translate the questions from Spanish to English for Coach, and then I think we all can handle the answers in English. So first question, please. Sir Wall.
Spanish. Español, sí.
You can do it.
La decisión the decision to go with Brad Guzan tomorrow and in this tournament, I assume tomorrow as well.
for Copa America over Tim Howard. What went into that decision? How did you make it?
Well, in all the decisions that you're making, there's a longer thought process coming in. You know, you're not taking things that lightly when you have to cut a roster from 40 players to 23. You have a lot of situations where you have 50-50 kind of situations, and you try, you know, with your coaching staff to kind of to take the puzzle, you know, apart and put it together the best way you think, you know, you foresee that competition to happen. You know, so Copa America is a very, very unique competition. It's different to a World Cup, it's different to a European Championship, and a lot of our thoughts kind of had to do with, okay, what is kind of to be expected in this competition. You know? The goalkeeper situation is a little bit kind of aside because of how it developed over the last 2 years since the World Cup. Tim obviously took a year off after an amazing tournament in Brazil, and then he lost his spot at Everton. He concluded his career overseas with Everton. Kind of left this club as a real legend of what he did. I'm very, very proud of him, and he's coming home. He's coming home to MLS, but he hasn't played much, you know, the last half a year. You know, Brad was with us obviously the whole time. You know, he became the number one. He played the Gold Cup. None of the games he played over the last 2 years, even if he didn't win the Gold Cup, he made any mistakes. You go through, you know, all the games. You go through obviously his club situation. He had a very, very tough year with Aston Villa, being relegated. You know, also losing then the number one spot, winning it back, losing it again. You know, he had a real battlefield throughout the entire season. But he mastered it. He mastered it with all, you know, his character, his strengths, and the decision went to him because we believe he will continue to be excellent the way he's done it the last 2 years for the national team. You know, and I had a long talk with Tim last week, and he totally understands. He totally supports that decision. He knew that, you know, we can only play one goalkeeper. And for me, it's just really, really important to have Tim on board, you know, because we are still in a transition period. We always said that, you know, between 2 World Cup cycles, you try to rebuild a team, to transition a team. You try to bring in younger players, you know, trying to help them as much as you can, and sooner or later they have to push out the older ones. So this process is still ongoing. You know, I think we're doing well with some younger ones now starting to break through. The goalkeeper situation is a little bit different because our youngsters struggle there. You know, our younger players, you know, where we had big hopes in, you know, 4 years ago, young goalkeepers like Bill Hamid and Sean Johnson didn't develop the way we hoped. Now comes the next wave of goalkeepers. You know, David Bingham is there, William Yarbrough at Club Leon is there, and a very young Ethan Horvath, who was the number one of our Olympic team that unfortunately didn't qualify, but he played really, really well in those qualifiers, is coming through, but obviously he's not having that experience and that standing like a Brad Guzan and Tim Howard. So this is, you know, what we always discuss, and we had to cut it down from 40 to 23, did that, and we had to make a decision about who starts now the tournament, and that's Brad, and he has all the support. Tomorrow we told both goalkeepers that, you know, Brad is starting at 45. It's a friendly game. We are very happy that Puerto Rico is host at this friendly in our preparation for Copa America, and Tim will have the second half of that game.
Coach, welcome to Puerto Rico. Regarding the health situation on the island, the Zika virus, how was the process of deciding to come to Puerto Rico? Did you discuss it with your players? Was there a vote? Could you tell us more about that situation?
For us, it's just totally normal that we travel the world, and in whatever country we go, if there's any kind of little tiny issue, then we deal with it. You know, I think we were just 2 months ago in Guatemala. The risk of Zika in Guatemala is far higher than in Puerto Rico. You know, we were in Brazil. You know, you have malaria. We went to Manaus. It was never a problem. So we get educated about it. You know, we have a medical staff that did that. There's absolutely no problem at all with us. and we are thrilled to be here. We are thrilled that you host us, and hopefully the people will have a really enjoying game tomorrow here.
Thank you.
Kevin Antonio Herrera.
Hi, Coach. Hey, Comi. Why did you decide when you said I want to play against Puerto Rico? What were the factors that you said that came in that?
Well, the vicinity to Miami, and obviously it hasn't been done before, and so we had just a couple of choices, we discussed that, and my federation, Tom King, he came back to me and said there's an opportunity with Puerto Rico, and I said absolutely, love to. We know where football stands here. They start their new team in NASL then this summer. They have the Caribbean Cup coming up, they're the qualifiers, so they're ambitious. They will give us a good game. For us, it's a good opportunity to bridge our European-based players and some Liga MX players into the second phase of our preparation next week. So we're very thankful to have that opportunity.
Last question, Edwin Lucino.
He answered the question.
Oh, okay, perfect. One last question, anybody? I'm going to go with John Franco. He hasn't had an opportunity to ask.
Coach, since you're starting as a coach, you always been keen on young players, on a method of promoting football around the world, Germany, US. What have you seen in the Puerto Rico, the federation, and with the new club, how the progress in football in this couple 5-6 years?
Well, I'm not the expert now talking about the progress.
Outside of the bubble, I'm asking.
No, besides, but I think it is our responsibility from a federation side, and no matter what federation you work for in the world, is to promote the game to the youth. To help young players to start to enjoy the game, to come through, and to develop them, keep developing. And this is the job of a federation. It's a bit different if you are in a purely professional club environment where everything is down to success. It's down to trophies or financial success. A federation has the responsibility to develop players from the very young age on, and I enjoy that very much. And so, as you heard before, between two World Cup cycles, that's the time period where you try to bring in the next wave of young players. Some of them, on our end, you're going to see tomorrow. Hopefully they do well. And then once it gets down to tournaments, you see the strongest team that we have at our disposal. So having now Copa America, that's about the strongest team we have at the moment. And hopefully we have a very, very strong team in 2 years from now going to Russia in 2018.
We have time for one more. Noticel, I know you haven't had an opportunity to ask any questions.
I think Jose asked him.
They know each other.
I think we're great. Thank you very much, guys. We're going to go set up for the big zone now, so give us a couple minutes and we'll walk you guys down.